Hello there, everyone in the world out there tuning in. I'm Becky from Suka Sound and Wellness, and I am creating videos to document just life, my nervous system regulation journey, which I feel like is probably everyone's journey at this moment of nervous system regulation and trying to figure out how to live in this world, you know? So one thing that I wanted to kind of touch on was this this thing that's been kind of happening to me, and it is something that it's like it feels like sometimes like riding two horses with one butt, as far as that goes, and it's you know this feeling of always needing to be the bigger person because of mindfulness and the things I study and the person that I want to be. And I want to be the bigger person. I want to be the person that is like, whatever, I'm just going to keep going. But to share my story and to share the things that are going on, I also have to just share what's happened. And sometimes that feels like not being the bigger person. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to talk about things that, some people may get upset about or may not want to hear or don't know about. And I'm not going to name people by names or anything like that, but I do need to share my story because it is a big part of where I'm at right now. So I have been sitting in this space probably, it's been a while. July was when life really changed significantly for me, but it really happened the previous November. So not this past November, but the November before. And a big life change happened. It happened very quickly. It was a change that I absolutely needed. The place that I was working for was not feeling aligned to me anymore. I was trying, but something happened that made the veil slip for me. And someone that I considered a mentor and a friend didn't feel like a mentor and a friend anymore. And all of a sudden, the way that I was hearing their teachings and experiencing space with them was no longer aligned with me. And the harder I pushed to make that true, the less it actually was. And so finally in July, something happened that just made me go, you know what, I'm just not going to be able to do this anymore. And I had worked at this place for a few years, and I had really helped them build up the school that they own. And I was really an integral part of what was going on with their business. And I gave a 6-month notice and was told that I could be done right now. And then I also hear from other people that they told everyone that I quit, which was not true. I did give my notice, so technically I did quit, but I did give plenty of notice to, help train people and help get things in place. And I was basically told to hit the road. They can say that they were doing it because they thought that it's what I wanted or what was best for me, but that's absolutely not true. And so just, after giving up all of my businesses, my practice around here locally to travel and work for them. And, they were not unaware of what people give up to work for them. But they don't really seem to care about that. And, that was evident again and again and again. And so I don't know why I thought it would be any different. But, when I was handed that, you can go right now, that was a blow, dudes. It was a blow. When you think you matter to someone, when you think I have really helped you build your business, I have been an integral part of things, and I give you my notice, I give you 6-month notice, and you tell me to hit the road. It was surprising, and it was damaging to me. And so I think since July, I've kind of been grieving. I have been struggling. I think I have been motivated and then not motivated. I've been pissed off. I've been disappointed. I've been all the things, right? But staying working for them was never going to work out. So they did me a huge favor. And honestly, I think me not working for them allowed them to be able to do what they wanted to do, where maybe they thought I was holding them hostage a little bit. So it was like a friendship that was not working out, and nobody was, whatever, doesn't matter. The relationship is over. And it was a damaging enough relationship that I have decided that I cannot be a part of anybody's lives who is still there, just because it is damaging to me. It is something that I don't choose very often, and this is the first time I've ever had to do it, but I've had to cut ties with everyone from that job, and because that's what's best for my mental health. And so, but I also feel like, although I did that and it was for the right reasons and all of the knowing the logical things that happen, I've kind of been in this spiral of what the fuck am I doing and where am I going to go and am I good enough and what am I going to do and blah, 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 blah. But in the midst of all that, still creating programs that I want to create, that I want to teach, and the lens in which I want to teach it from, and all of those things. So kind of sitting in this, having days where I can barely get out of bed or I barely get off the couch, to days where I am super inspired and super creative and super creating. And so it's been a crazy time. And just recently, like over the past few days, really just had the energetic release, and just a lot of stuff happen where I just literally was like, you know what? I'm letting this go now, because it doesn't really matter. It mattered. It will always matter to a certain extent. But honestly, I want to be moving forward now. I've created 3 different amazing programs: group sound healing program, a one-on-one sound healing program, a tuning fork program. I'm in the middle of creating an ecstatic dance program. I just want to teach people and facilitate things that just help people transform and shift and heal and just feel better in the world. I am creating a membership, a coaching membership, where we can get together it's a group membership where we do 2 Zoom calls a month and we just talk about mindfulness and we learn different tools and we implement them and we come together and we support each other and we just learn and talk and have a good time and share community. I couldn't do that while I was working for someone else. I wasn't home enough. I wasn't aligned enough. But now I'm stepping into the power of all of these beautiful things and feeling so proud and so thankful. And I learned a lot from this job. I learned so much from this job. And so no matter how damaging it felt to me in so many ways, I learned so much, and I will always be thankful for that. And if it wasn't for this job, for this school, I wouldn't have found mindfulness and sound healing the way that I did. It was what I needed at the time, but it has been time for me to move on. And so I feel like I woke up the other day and it was like coming out of the dark. There's that song by Gloria Estefan, right? And I feel like that's me right now. Like, I finally feel like I've stepped out of the darkness and am standing in the light now. And I have no idea if my membership is going to be successful or my classes are going to be successful. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing. And I have to hope that really does matter. So I'm trusting the universe. I'm trusting myself, and just kind of accepting that it took me all of these months to process all of that disappointment and hurt and anger and all of that. And also while still finding the gratitude, right? But not talking about it a lot because I've been afraid of not being the bigger person. Who gives a flying fuck about that? I'm not talking about this place by name or but whatever. It doesn't matter. I have to share my story, and I'm not gonna, again, throw people under the bus, but I need to be able to share my story for my own healing. And so I encourage you that if you're trying to be the bigger person, I think that's great. And there's ways to share your story without throwing people under the bus, right? But I encourage you to share your story if that's what you feel like you have to do. Because I will say, it's been very healing for me. And it's been very very transformative. So thank you for listening to this video. I hope that you're all hanging in there, and I will chat at you again soon. Thank you.